All right, what's up, guys? Thank you so much for joining me. Of course, now that you're here, please click the subscribe button. Make sure you're clicked into what's going on because I do make sure I upload all of my videos every week and you don't want to miss anything. So, this is the thing. It's new in the streets, honey. Everybody is on Clubhouse. What is it? What does it look like? How do I get into it? So, listen, I'm going to share a few little things that I have seen and, take you through what it looks like and how you can get into it. And, I know a lot of people have had a lot of questions that have been reaching out to me. Ebony, you're on Clubhouse. How do I get in? And all these kinds of things. So, first and foremost, Clubhouse is this drop-in audio platform where you can literally go into different rooms and hear people. I mean, I think the biggest difference is, on other platforms, obviously people can see and record and it's visual or sometimes just images. But I think what's having people thoroughly enjoy Clubhouse, those who are, is the fact that you can speak with people and communicate and connect with people in a way that you can't on other platforms. So what I'm going to do is take you through what it looks like when I log in through my app and, let you kind of see what things look like. So here we go.
So obviously this is what it looks like. You can click on it and go into the app into what's called the hallway. You can see people like the beautiful Eloquencia, Miss Econundrum, who's in rooms. You can click on your profile picture to go into your profile. And then this gives you the opportunity to kind of look and see what information you have there. Then you can click on the gear at the top right hand corner so you can see where you can get key details and information and also see where you can add your Twitter and Instagram. Then you can go back into your profile and you can scroll down and it'll give you the opportunity to see where that Twitter and Instagram tag are and also see who brought you in, what groups you're a part of, all of which make a good contribution to your bio that you have on Clubhouse. Then you'll get the opportunity to click on your picture. This is how you can update or change. You'll see once I click into it that you can actually pick from a library or take a photo to place here. This is good to know, but you can only you can do that as many times as you like. So now when you go into the profile, you can click into it and it'll allow you to update your bio. You can actually change this within the app now. They didn't have this before, so it's great now that you can actually enter to go to the next line. So that's really good. And then once you go back out, you can go back into the hallway where you can scroll all the way down to look through the different rooms. And this is really cool because you can see the different names and who's in the rooms, obviously. But once you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll be able to see the explore option to add more rooms to kind of see if there's anywhere else you would like to be. Then you can look at the black silhouette at the top left, click on it to search for people that you want to find with the same similar interest or topics like the word love, and it's in their bio or in their name, and then those people will come up for you to be able to follow. Now if you go back into the hallway and you click the calendar, you'll see upcoming events. You can scroll through and find those, but then you can click on the bell right next to the event and it'll allow you to follow all the speakers so that you can get the latest updates when the event actually starts. And then you can also take the time to create your own event. If you go back into the calendar and click that plus sign at the top right hand corner, you can add the information in for your event. Even once you click on type the information in, you can use whatever name you like. Click on the calendar, add whatever day it is that you want to use, and then of course set the time. You also want to make sure that you add a description so people know what your particular event will be about. So then you can go back into the calendar space and then click out into the hallway and click that bell at the top. And that's your activity. So you can see who's following you, what events were coming up. Now, the other thing that's going to be really helpful is knowing who's online right now. So these are the groups that allow people to actually start rooms. And then these are the people you're following that are online what rooms they're in, and how long it's been since they've been active within the app. Then the other thing you can do is start your own room. You can click to add the topic to the room. You can make the room private. There's a couple of different ways you can do it, but this is a test room that I started, and as you can see at the top, it tells you that I'm screen recording. This is my husband, so he has given his approval for me to record. But once you're inside the room, there's the microphone for you to turn off and on, the plus sign for you to ping people to actually come into the room. And then you can scroll and see who's there and available for you to be able to do that. And then, of course, there's a little high five for you to be able to raise your hand, or as a moderator, see who has raised their hand within the room. So I think that that's one of the really good features within the room. Then, obviously, you can leave quietly at the bottom left-hand corner, or click the little file at the top to see what the community guidelines are so you can know and understand how to function within the room. So then you can end the room by clicking the little red option so that the room would be over, or you can pass on the moderation to another person in the room so that they can take over the room when you leave. So now back into the hallway we go, and scrolling back up so that you can get to the top, and then you can actually see go back into your profile and click on it so that you can see some of the additional information that you
now
have.
that you've had a chance to kind of get a feel for what the app looks like, there are a few little tips and tricks. Obviously, all the information I'm about to share with you, you can find in their little guide that they have when you scroll through the app. But, so a couple of things. One, you can only change your name one time, whether it's your username or your display name. You only get one opportunity to do that. So make sure when you're picking your name, it's what you want. I mean, most people are using their actual names. Some people are using their business names, but you want to make sure you're using something that you are not going to want to change. And then there's this other thing called PTR, which means pull to refresh. So while you're in an app, while you're in the hallway, like I showed you, you can always pull to refresh so you can get the most updated information. Or if you're inside of room, pull to refresh so you can see any updates that the moderator or who's come in and out and things like that within the room. And then they have this cute little thing that I love, and it's called, tuck them in. People get on Clubhouse, and literally I've been on there sometimes till like 2 in the morning. So people fall asleep, and as a moderator, you can move the person back to the audience, or so that other people don't have to hear them slumber. Some of us slumber loud, some of us don't. But they have a cute little thing called tuck them in. So as a moderator, one of the, little courtesies is if someone falls asleep while they're on the app, that you can tuck them in, just like we would do our little ones. So one of the other things people have kind of been asking about is, how do they get access to invites? Once you're in the app, like, how do I get access to more invites? Well, your access is based off engagement. So it's not like how many followers you get. Do you get more invites? It's based off how much you're participating, engaging, adding rooms, making rooms, going into rooms, moderating. How much you're engaging with the app determines how many invites you get. So some people are like, oh, I got one at 50 people, 100 people. No, it's really based off your engagement, how much you're participating, how much you're talking to people throughout the app. So that's the best way to be able to gain more invites, to be able to let people in that should be a part. The other thing some people have been asking is like, how do I find a group? I've been seeing at the bottom of people's profiles that they have groups and they're a part of groups. How do I find a group? How do I join a group? The best way to find a group is to engage with other people and look at their profiles, because right now they don't have a way to search for the groups. And if you wanted to create a group, the only way you can do that is that you have had a weekly show 3 times. Uno, dos, tres, okay? And that you are engaging. So they have to see that. You have to fill out a little form to create the room, and they'll go and check to see if you have met the requirements to be able to establish a room. So hopefully that gives you a little more insight. Another thing is, a lot of people are kind of trying to figure out, how do you connect with people? If you hear somebody, you really want to connect with them. You want to take advantage of connecting your other social media platforms, the Twitter and the Instagram, so that people have a way to DM you, because they don't have a way for you to be DM'd while you're in the platform. So make sure you have your Instagram or Twitter set up, ready to go, so that you can connect that to the platform, so that if people want to reach out, connect, and communicate with you, that they can. And then, of course, a lot of people are into the whole idea of changing emojis and changing things. So if you actually click on the raised hand icon, if you click and hold, you can actually change the skin tone of of the raised hand. So just a few little tips and tricks there that you can add to your pocket or add to your bag for when you get ready to get on Clubhouse. So and I know the other big thing is invites. People are like, well, how do I get in? How do I join? How do I become a part? Right now it is invite only. They are planning to open it up to the public soon in 2021. But right now, people who are on the app would have to either invite you, or if you sign up and you're in someone's contacts on their phone, they can approve you to be a part of the app. Now, what I will say is, you want to be careful who you're approving, because if someone ends up coming in and they are, a bugaboo or something like that, and they get put out, they can check you too. So just be careful about who you're choosing to add. If you know you got your friend is a scammer, then don't add them. Okay, and so I think the other part that's really key is that when you are in the app and you're using it and you're working through it and connecting, going in and out of rooms, there's a lot of courtesy and etiquette. Like I talked about, how your microphone automatically comes on and things like that. You want to be mindful of those things. So really just go ahead, sign up, get into it. I know we all have a lot of different apps, but I think that Clubhouse has a different perspective that they can bring, and a different way for people to be able to connect and network. And I think it's just good to hear people's voices. A lot of us during the pandemic have been in the house with our family members. We hear their voices all the time. So I think it's just good to be able to connect and hear the tone of other people's voices, through the app.
So there are a few updates that have happened since I made the video. So just wanted to let you know that now you can view someone before you bring them onto the stage. This is important so you know how they'll contribute to the conversation. You can report someone after they've left the room. A lot of things happen. So if this is necessary, then now you can actually do that once they've departed. There's a list that'll show up so you know who has spoken. If you remove someone from a room, and if you want, it'll pop up now for you to be able to block them. There's now a one strike policy for trolling. So obviously stay away from doing that. There are topics that you can discover. This is only open right now to the founders of Clubhouse, but they're going to transition it to everybody, hopefully very soon. And you can also now choose your skin tone for that little peace sign that you see on the Leave Quietly button. And you can see your pending invites from before and the ones that you have to use. So these are really great to know.
So go ahead, head on over. You can follow me. My information will be up right here. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy Clubhouse. And if you need any more information, feel free to just let me know. So see you guys soon. Obviously, probably in my closet.